dare enter this motherfucking house. You know what I'm saying? What up, G Monies? Everybody happy?
Everybody's
All
good.
good.
Everybody have a good day?
You bet. How about you?
You know, hunky dory. I see Lee didn't take his edibles again.
Oh, you are out of your mind.
You are out of your mind. I could tell already.
What do you mean you can't? My eyes are barely open as it is, and we've just started.
We just started. All right, let's do this shit. Beautiful fucking weekend. What's up with you?
I had a great weekend. I had one awesome show and two great shows at Nick's Comedy Stop. It was an amazing. It was my first time like getting booked to headline, like, and it was cool. Like, like Lenny Clark, Bill Burr, like all of the Boston people at some point did it, and it was just cool to like have that be on my like something I got to do. And it was Friday was a rougher show. It was Friday was an interesting. The crowd was just never fully. We had a lot of fun, but there's such a difference at Saturday's show, and I love everyone who came to Friday, but Saturday was just it was like a full room, and it was just one of my favorite sets that I had.
You know, when you're a comic, you're so excited for the weekend, and sometimes you die on a Friday night. Like I used to always die Friday night early, and then you always get a chance to redeem yourself. And you notice you hate putting this as a comic. You cannot say this. Like you can't say to me, because everybody will do it, and everybody still does it. Like last week, I was talking to a guy, how was the club? It was dead because Brazil, the Giants were whatever. Philly was playing. Listen, we all have excuses.
Oh, it was 100% on me and the comics. No. It wasn't anything to do with the crowd. But
I'm talking about you. I'm just in general that people always have these comics and club owners have. We're slow this weekend. There's a carnival in town. Well, the carnival's got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not I like myself on fire, So we go home on Sunday, like, yeah, it could have been busier, but there was a carnival in town. Whatever. It starts with those. And then you go on to, and I did this. This is how I know. This is an experience I'm sharing with you. And then you start, here's what sucks. Like I fell into that trap that Friday nights early were going to just suck.
Interesting.
And it's a mental fucking faux pas as a young comic to go in there to any show. Like I did a Stress Factory the first time I did it. It's a college club. And they were like, Saturday, late show, roughest fucking show you'll ever experience.
They're just hammered and heckling.
So I go out there and I'm driving. You know me, I drive defensively, but I'm aggressive. I do 90 miles an hour, but I'm defensive,
Of course.
That's they knew I wasn't fucking around. So I used to always challenge myself to kill fuck Friday, whatever. I would at least really try to kill on those hard shows that we put in our minds that are going to be hard, And Friday, no, I'm not talking about you at all, Lee.
No, I know, I understand.
Friday night, we had this conversation. Now, when you're a young comic, you don't realize this. But as you're doing it, this is just some food for thought. And we've discussed this. Friday nights are fucking horrible. And I'm going to tell you why, Lee. This isn't an excuse. This is just reality. I just worked 40 hours.
Right.
I'm going to get home at 5:30. I can't even sit and have a beer. And all of a sudden, my wife, who made plans to go see some fucking clown, leaves Friday. Now, I don't know this fucking guy. I know Lenny Clark. I know Bill Burr. I know fucking, I don't know this fucking clown. I just worked 40 hours doing construction. So now I'm sitting there and I got to meet frickin' Frack, and I hate the husband because he's never fucking goes to the hip. Every time the check, got to go to the bathroom. So, I just want you to realize, and then maybe they don't have a babysitter and the babysitter's running 10 minutes late. That's why I hate Fridays, especially when you're on stage and they're walking in as a host. I hated that, but you have to learn how to work with it because you can't control people's schedule. But I always Comedy is a sit-down thing. And I want you to relax 15 minutes before the show. Have a drink. Go outside. Smoke 10 cigarettes. Smoke a joint. Do a shot of heroin. Whatever you need to really absorb the comic, you know. But what happens? The MC dies, and the feature act picks them up after, because they're still, the psychology of comedy is you have to analyze it, but then again, you can't use it as a crutch.
Right. I think that's the difference between a comic at my level and like the next level is like always having the energy that you like, having the same energy at like a full show versus like a half full show, and just like being able to create it even if the audience is tired. If the audience, that's where I think sometimes I fall to that. I think if the crowd has great energy, I can ride it. But sometimes if they don't have it, it's hard for me to pick them up.
You got to learn how to pick them up.
Yeah.
How to pick them up is by making them wiggle in their seat, like cracking a joke that actually slaps them in the face, and they go, I'm at a comedy show. I'm not at a Yum Yum Donut fucking getting a show from some homeless dude. There's so many advantages, so many. Two things. I really admire a comedian for what he does, because you have to change somebody's state of mind, like Anthony Robbins. They're coming in with all their world problems, man.
Mm-hmm.
They got problems. Their kid's retarded. This kid, the car broke, you know. And now they got to sit there, and you got to take them out of that. That's a very powerful fucking thing, you know. And it takes time to develop that power. But once you get it, you'll see the differences. You're in this for life.
Right. Oh, yeah, 100%.
So, like, I'm just going to keep learning. This is, you know, I look back at what I learned in comedy. It was great. But what I learned about the mind and how people work and how people perceive it. And I'm talking about from the comics to the audience. You know, I sit here once a week. I think of that comic from Denver. That Lee, there was not one laugh. They clapped when he came up, and they clapped hard when he got off the stage. And I like the guy. He was a great guy, but and I mean, listen, we were all young. I was doing comedy 4 years at that point, 3.5 years. I didn't know what I was doing. But this guy would hit his tape recorder and go, you know, I got to get a new tape recorder. This ain't picking up the laughter. And I'd be standing there with another comic, and we'd have to leave the building just to cry, because you cannot be that fucking delusional. And then you have the audience members who you say something to, and then they take it wrong. Well, I'm not on a diet, you know, whatever the fuck, you know.
Right.
It's just very interesting. You're not learning how to be funny. You're learning how to control the mind, how to, you know, it's fucking insane when you really look at the layers of it, but we're not going to get into that. I just want you to get on stage right now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Edibles jump up and down. You know, I always ask you when you call me, I always ask you the same thing. Dog, we used to wait for Ralphie to get home from a gig. To ask him how'd it go. And he'd go, I made out with 2 chicks. I got a standing ovation. We would just fucking die. We would die. And somebody would always go, bro, you only made out with 1 chick. No. A friend wanted to tongue kiss me too. Jesus, Ralphie, you're killing me. God rest his soul. Just, you know, so I always say that to you.
I love it.
Did you make out with 2 chicks and get a standing ovation?
I love it. You really do ask me that.
I had a really interesting weekend. I didn't do anything. I went to softball games for Saturday night. I went down a mushroom rabbit hole that was worse than any YouTube hole you'll ever go in your fucking life. You know what I'm saying? You know those YouTube holes you go in looking into fucking spirits? And I found an interesting thing the other day, though, that I got to send to TJ English. But I got so fucked up the other day by myself, and I went out for a ride, and I felt it, and I go, let me go home, and just to be safe. And what do you think I did? When I got home, I'm reading, I go, I think I need another mushroom. It was the ugliest mushroom in the bag. It looked like somebody cut my toenail off and it made a cousin and glued them together. It was the ugliest thing. I ate it like a soldier. Now, I get back here, and my daughter's here with 2 of her girlfriends, and they're sleeping over upstairs. So I'm like, fuck, did I make a mistake? But we ate dinner together. All of us, they did it together, and I took them for ice cream and Italian ice and the whole thing. So when I was at the Italian ice place, I was already feeling the mushrooms tingling up my back. But then when I got home, they disappeared. They didn't want to hang out with Uncle Joey. They left. That's when I ate the rest of those mushrooms. So I don't hear from these motherfuckers all night long. My wife's like tired. She goes upstairs. She don't know what's going on. My face is red as a fucking tomato. I'm drinking water. I'm doing bong hits like they were my finger, dog. I'm just inhaling them. And the next thing you know, I'm sitting there fucking seeing colors, thinking about my childhood. And the 3 girls come down to watch the honeymooners at midnight. Let me tell you something. This hasn't happened to me much, but you could feel the mushroom spirit jumped out of me. And he said, fuck this. I'm not going to stay for this. I'll come back when they leave.
Really?
I don't know what happened. I even got double fucked up. I had a hooded sweatshirt. I had to put the hood on it, and I wouldn't even look at them. They were just giggling by themselves. 12:30, they were like, we got to go upstairs. We're tired. I'm like, thank fucking God. I'm sitting over here hearing, like, there was 3 of them giggling. I could hear like 52 girls giggle. I'm like, oh, this ain't going to end right. I'm going to be running down the street yelling, save me or some shit. It was tremendous. I stayed up to about 2 reading. After they went up, I turned the TV off, and I was so involved in this mushroom trip. I go, I got to read a fucking book. So I read a little bit of a Led Zeppelin book about a tour of the 1973. I was fucked up. Then my phone went in the toilet.
It did.
That always makes the spirit of mushrooms jump out of you. The fucking, I mean, listen, whenever I go to that bathroom to pee, I always check my pocket for my phone. Trust me. This one time, I didn't even go into pee. I just went in to get toilet paper to blow my nose. I was going to go do a bong hit outside. And I didn't want to get the old boogies mixed with the new boogies.
Right.
I didn't go in there and just it would have been a lot easier for me to put my right hand over and pull the toilet paper. For some stupid reason, I put the left hand in to put the toilet paper. My elbow went up. Dog, when I heard that phone go in the toilet, my fucking God. All I thought about was, now I got to get a bag of rice at 1 a.m. I'm all fucked up on mushrooms. My wife's going to wake up. I've got a bag of fucking rice out. You know, that's why I get my anxiety. My mind goes right to where it's going to happen. What's going to happen now? It's like doing mushrooms, and if I smoke in the garage, the fire alarm goes off. That's the last thing I need, because I'll hide in the closet. Like, and those are the things.
Yeah, in the closet.
I'll go hide in the closet, dog.
From who? From your wife?
Everybody. Nobody will find me. I don't give a fuck. I'll show up later on. What happened? I don't know. Where were you? I went to Wawa. It was an accident. Yeah, but your car is here. I took the ski-mobile. You know.
No. I walked. Oh my God. I love the fact that you hid or would hide.
I would hide in a New York fucking minute, dog. I'm the king of hide. Listen, I did coke for 30 years. Nobody hides like me. I hid from probation officers. I used to hide in showers and tubs. I remember one time the cops came and I was under a bed, but I was so fat that my stomach was making the bed go up and down. They were like, Mr. Diaz, come up under the bed. Yeah. This is the real deal, Holyfield, Lee. You know, this isn't no fucking okie doke motherfucker. So, what are we talking about?
Fucking hiding? Oh,
in places, yeah.
And, no, because you dropped your phone in the toilet.
I remember one time I was so coked up in Vegas, I was hiding in the linen closet in the fucking. They gave me like a half a suite because I thought the cameras were on, and I was trying to hide the cameras. I'm trying to snort coke in the little green room, bathroom, in the hotel room. It was a fucking nightmare. Like when you're that addicted and you get paranoid, Lee, that's the only thing I didn't like about getting high no more. But then I kept saying, tonight I'm not going to get paranoid. Tonight I'm not going to get paranoid. And next thing you know, I'm fucking looking out a door. You know, if you go by my door, a little eyeball and shit. I'd wake up in the morning from a little black eye over my fucking eyeball from looking out the peepster, or my knees would hurt from looking out the window all night. I thought there was somebody out there, and I would peep and shit and then hide when I do coke, and you got to jerk off in the dark. And, you know, It's a nightmare. Addiction
You gotta
is.
jerk off in the dark.
Oh yeah.
And so when you take mushrooms, you like to read a book?
Yeah, I get all philosophical. I do math and shit like. No, the problem is that when I eat mushrooms, I don't want to be watching TV or a movie. First of all,
No.
by doing them in the house, because this isn't. I'm not getting the right energy from them sitting in my house. Like fucking. That's why I go out when I do them. I control them. I just want to get out. I'll go to a softball field and walk around, and I'll come home. As soon as I see a bat, I'm out of there, though. That's my fucking weakness. And every time I go for a walk and I eat the mushrooms, there's bats out. I live down here and fucking,
Real bats?
No, fake bats. Japanese people control them with little puppeteers. Oh, what the fuck do you think I'm talking about?
I thought you were like hallucinating bats.
No, and you see them, and then in my mushroom mind, they're getting closer to me. And I don't want to get a rabies shot. I don't want to look at this fucking African hair I have. I got 4 hairs. The bat will get caught in that fucking hair. Then I got to go to a rabies shot. So I just avoid bats. I don't like bats. I like Batman. I like Batman and Robin,
That's the same person.
But I don't like bats, okay? I just don't like bats. I don't know why.
That's fair enough. No, I get it.
And for some reason, when I'm in the neighborhood and bats around, they start flying lower and lower. They want to become torpedo. All of a sudden now, they want to put an aerial show for me. And I can't. I'm like Hall & Oates. I can't go for that. You know what I'm saying? I just can't do it. I don't like bats. That's the worst thing. And that would happen to me. Like if I took mushrooms and went for a hike with Ari, like I get bit by a snake, and now you got, I don't need that shit. So you know what? I hike locally. I hike on concrete. All right, so I don't have to bump into, and especially in my neighborhood, there's fucking raccoons. My wife saw 2 of them in the yard the other day, fucking arm wrestling. They're everywhere. I go out at night, I see a fox. There's a fox that lives in my fucking neighborhood that I thought was a dog, and I tried to be a nice guy and save it. So I drove up to it one night, and that motherfucker.
Oh, no.
The car, and I thought he was going to attack me. I had to take off. We got everything here. Somebody saw a dinosaur a couple weeks ago.
A what?
You big dummy. Let's get this show started, you big dummy, a dinosaur. It's Tuesday, the 10th of September. The check-in is brought to you by BlueChew. Listen, when you're trying to have sex, you don't want to worry about whether or not your little penguin dick is going to work or not. Make sure you're always a savage in the bedroom with blue cheese. No, that's a different type of party. BlueChew. BlueChew is an online service that sends ED meds right to your door so you don't have to leave the house. Let's say you live 4 floors up. You don't want to leave the house. BlueChew delivers them right there. The tablets have the same exact active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but they cost the same or less. Listen, I love BlueChew. Why? Because it works. You keep them in your pocket and you're ready to rock. Nobody knows nothing. I always like a big prescription bottle with skeleton bones. No. BlueChew wants you fucking. That's what I love about BlueChew. At any age, whether you're 8 or 80, BlueChew wants you slinging dick like Superfly in 69. Anyway, sign up at BlueChew.com. Don't have you meet with one of the licensed medical providers. From there, if you're approved, you'll get your prescription in just a few days, and nobody knows nothing. Not even the mailman in that box. You know what I'm saying? Even grandma won't know what's in that box. So listen, BlueChew wants you to have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. They got a special deal for the check-in family. You ready? We're going to give you BlueChew for free. With code Joey at checkout, all you got to do is pay $5 shipping. That's it. At BlueChew.com, promo code Joey to receive your first month gratis on the house. BlueChew wants you shooting loads and doing your fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank BlueChew for supporting the podcast and for being great Christians.
The TVs run for your lives. It's over. They didn't put you on this planet just to give up. If Uncle Joey could do it, I can rule the world. That's what you got to be thinking.
Welcome back to Joey!
Oh shit. Oh
How's it
shit.
going?
It's a big week. Lee's moving to fucking New York City this Friday.
Oh my god.
High alert. High alert. High alert.
I have to drive a van into New York City. It's gonna be fucking
This
scary
whole
as shit.
fucking thing is not bueno.
What am I supposed to do?
4-story Lee with a van in New York City. These migrants, somebody might take the van down to Venezuela now. You don't know.
No one's taking anything to Venezuela. What are you talking about?
Listen, if I see you driving a van in New York at 2 in the afternoon, I'm taking a chance, okay? I'm going to try to carjack you with a fucking pencil like John Wick. And then, I'll take the furniture to Venezuela.
Thank God I hired movers.
Okay. But they're waiting for you. They're not driving with you.
No.
Oh, yeah. Then you got no security.
Who needs security?
Yeah, you do. You're going to have furniture and big money and, fucking treasures.
They're going to tell me when to meet them there. I'll meet them there and I'll...
And where are you going to park the van? On the street?
Yeah, there's street parking. Last time, I know I won't get it again, but the last time I was there, I got the spot right in front of my building.
All right, that's the one we need. So we got to go early and stand out there with a $50 bill. Move the car. You get the 50. Let me put this little van in here.
I'd love to get it. We'll see. But it seems like everyone double parks there. And it's a small one.
I hope you got some Dr. Scholl's. You get those juice sneakers with all that padding to give you a bounce for the ounce, Jack. Those are 4 floors. You know what I'm saying? I'm
not caring. I'm going up once.
No, listen.
They don't want me in their way, and I'm like they're just gonna go boom, boom, boom. I'm not. You think I'm going up? I'm gonna be in the way.
Boom. Oh, okay.
It's not like I'm going to like Home Depot and hiring some people. I like hired like a regular company.
The over and under for Sunday is 9 trips up and down.
Oh, I'm sure I'm gonna go. Yeah, but not like a million.
But you're gonna go over 9.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
We'll find out. I'll count them. I'll count them. I wonder if I can get like a thing that will count them.
You don't have any mustard. You're gonna fucking. I'll sit there with you and count because I'm not going up. Every time you walk by, I give you a water like one of those people at the track when they walk by. I throw water at you and shit. I'll go upstairs to the 2nd floor. That's as good as you.
What are you
I'll have like an EMT up there to give you enough to mount. Fucking throw water on you as you walk by to cool you off.
I'll just be so ripped by the end of this.
Fucking migrants they're gonna get you working.
What migrants? What do you like?
What did you hire? Professional movers? Is that what you really think? Yeah. There are professional movers, okay? So you're gonna get people at your house that lurches and convicted felons and shit.
Luckily I don't got there's no furniture in it yet.
So what do you have in there? What are they moving up?
Clothes. They're the one nice thing I got, and it's not even that expensive anymore. Is a TV. I just have a lot of boxes of shit.
All right. How many trips you think they'll make a piece with all the boxes? What do you think?
15 to 20.
Ooh, Lordy.
I'm guessing.
But that's good, brother. I'm very happy that you're moving to New York.
Thanks, buddy.
You'll be close by. You'll be, you got Ari there. You got a couple people that love you, and it's good. I feel safe now, except when you're walking around at night with the camera pointing to yourself. I don't know what the fuck you're doing out there.
I won't do that anymore.
No, because you scare me. All I know is somebody's going to choke you and shoot you in the head with fucking Wegovy. They're going to go, that's it. Get that fucking mound off my fucking screen. That's what I should do. To shrink heads, shoot people in the head with that stuff. It
doesn't matter where you put it. You can't just focus it. I wish I could focus it on my head. I have a huge fucking head.
Like I would take it if I could just shoot it in my stomach to shrink it, and become like a low.
Oh, I wish it worked like that.
That would be great, just to shoot in problem areas, my fungi toenail, whatever. Everybody at the club getting whatever.
Wait, so you want something that not only helps you lose weight instantly, but also cures your fungi toenail? I can't wait to see that.
I've been smoking some heavy duty weed. Heavy duty. This shit is fucking heavy. Like you smoke, you gotta take a nap. You're in the mood for caramel corn, shit like that. I gotta control it.
What is it? Is it something cool?
It's a friend of mine always just calls me when he's got death. I tell him, you got instructions. This is what I'm looking for. When you get that, you call. And he calls once a month with something that's just tremendous. And he brings me like a couple pieces of hash. It's like a little package.
Now, when you get something like that you love, do you like ration it like a little bit every day, or do you just go until it's gone?
There's no rationing here. The world could end tomorrow. One bomb, Iran, Israel. I'm over here. I'll save this for next Thursday. Fuck you. We're going deep now. Listen, I smoke bongs. We don't smoke joints no more. I don't smoke joints anymore.
Why?
Because I don't have the time to sit there and roll and go for a walk or a drive. So I just take the little freeze pipe. I fill it up. I clean it twice a day. You want to always keep that freeze pipe clean. And I go out there and I'll do like 3 bong hits in the morning and then another 2 after my shower and then another 2 before I leave. And then before jiu-jitsu or the gym. If it's jiu-jitsu, I won't do a bong hit. But if it's the gym or boxing, I'll do 3 more fucking bong hits.
Wow.
It depends how my day is going. And then sometimes I won't do it all day because I'm still high from last night. Like one of these nights. I took about I ate a whole container of 100s tonight.
What?
Yeah, it was stuck to it. I just put my finger in there and loosened them, just went boom, and they all came out. And I fucking drank some iced tea, and then I ate some shrooms. It's Monday night, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Monday Night Football starting tonight. Well, I think by the time they get this, they'll know the score. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to pull the other Achilles. Who knows what's going to happen?
And it was crazy. There was a lot of Justin Fields came back. That was pretty awesome. I can't believe the Patriots won. It was a wild game. I missed football. It's great that football's back.
You know what? Listen, Lee, I can't. I go to the Florentines to watch the 1 o'clock game. Sometimes I make it to halftime. Sometimes I make it to the third quarter. Yesterday I watched the whole game because it was an exciting game towards the end. But I'm sitting there the whole time going, dog, it's 80 degrees outside. The fucking sun was beautiful yesterday. There was a fair close to my house. It was Marlboro Day. I didn't go because there was too many people. By the time I wanted to get up there was no parking. But it was too nice to sit and watch football. I was losing my fucking mind in that corner. I had a good time, though. I laughed my ass off over there for 3 hours.
Really? They have fun over there.
Yeah,
So
fun.
they have like 4 or 5 TVs, right?
Yeah, they got 1 TV, 2 TVs, but they got the NFL package, so they switch it. And the one crazy guy is yelling. The other crazy guy, I give them all like they're Indians. I give them whiskey. I give them gin. I get them all going.
Mm-hmm.
Cracking inappropriate jokes, So what do you have this week in terms of comedy?
This week I have nothing. This week I'm packing pretty much all week just to get ready for it.
And what about Friday and Saturday? You didn't pick up anything in New York City?
No, not this Friday or Saturday. Next Friday, I don't have this one. It's a show at a barbershop in Queens, which I'm really excited about, but I haven't even started booking in New York yet. Actually, no, that's not. I have something in October. Wait, no, hold on. Yeah, but the one I'm excited about is September 26th through the 28th. I'm with Josh Wolf in Winnipeg at Rumors. So that's the closest. That's that's like in 2 weeks.
That's close to Cassius?
I think so. I think he at least was there at one point.
Good. But no, you take at least 2 weeks. Let me tell you something. You'll be out Saturday night doing the spot.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what's great about New York City. You wanted it, you got it. These are the advantages. If I sit here in central New Jersey and I look at open mics tonight, there's 2 or 3 of them. And they all go off between 7 and 8. Maybe one of them will go off at 10. There is one at 10. It's Monday. I don't think there's none. No, there's up north. There's a couple open mics. But you have an open mic every hour on the hour till 2 o'clock somewhere.
From like 2 p.m. to like past midnight.
Lee, I haven't been there to do comedy. But the my fondest memories of doing comedy in New York was after midnight. 1:30. Just listen, it's not Carnegie Hall. There's not 3,000 people chanting Lee, 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 Lee. It's 9 people. You got to assume 5 of them are drunk. They don't want to go home. They're going to talk. But just the ability to go up in front of 9 people to close out your night after you've done 4 spots. Let me go do one more. See if that joke works. You know, that's the breakthrough spots. It's not the 8 o'clock spots. That's what's great about New York. You got 4 spots a night. That's your goal for the next year. 80 spots a week, Monday through Friday. You know, Sunday, maybe, I'm not saying that in a row, but you should be
28.
Excuse me?
28 spots. You mean 80 spots a month?
80 spots a month. If you
Okay,
really,
you said a week.
why did you move to New York?
Oh no, you had said a week, so I was like, that's a lot.
Well, you should do 20 in a week.
Okay, no, that's doable. Absolutely.
7 divided by 20 is 2.5 spots a night.
That's easy.
That's a piece of cake because you're going to bust. Now you're going to come to me and go, Joey, I don't even need to work all 3 nights. I could bust out those 4 spots in 4 nights.
Well, anytime I'm in town, I can't imagine being home. I'm sure at some point I'll take a night off or 2.
And
But
that's the advantage you have over, you know, a lot of comedians right now. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh no, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
The advantage that you have is when I'm working a joke in Colorado, or if I'm even working a joke down here, I have 3 options, maybe 2 a night. Maybe one of them is a karaoke. The guy lets me go up. You know, maybe I have to drive to Atlantic City. It's work. You have the advantage that nobody else has, not even a comic in Denver or anything, that you could work out a joke in one night.
Going from spot to spot.
If you have 4, listen, when I did it, when I was in the original room I didn't like doing all 3 rooms. I didn't feel like I didn't want to be a gavone, you know, a fucking pig. So I would do the original room and then the main room, but I would do 4 spots. And the nights I learned the most were those 4 spots, especially if my rotation was original room, main room early, and then Tripoli early, and then I would go up to the belly room to close out in the belly room. Complete different science. Sorry, I said 2 ORs, 1 belly room. Think about what I'm doing. I'm basically taking a joke and I'm putting it wherever the fuck I want. It's only 15 minutes. Doesn't have to, but I'm working that wording out.
Got you.
So do you understand what I'm saying to you? You could work a lot faster, write a lot faster, get yourself, if you're in a writing mode, New York City is the way to do it because you go every night and try that joke. Ooh, I got a tag for that. Now you could try both of them back to back, switch them around, however the fuck you want.
If you don't do at least 30 a month, it's kind of crazy.
30 spots a month?
Yeah.
Listen, depends on your area, okay? I'm not going to sit here.
Well, no, I'm not saying I'm saying in New York. If I
condemn anybody because I was doing 16 a month in Colorado, and you know my heart and balls. But that's all that there was. And then I moved to Seattle, and it doubled to 25 in a month. And I was like, wow. And then I went to LA. Shit. I was doing 35, 40 spots a month. Wow. Think of what I'm telling you in New York.
Right.
You know, they have shows. I don't know. I may be wrong. I might be completely fucking wrong because it's an early city now. Except for this, what time's the cellar stay open till? 2.
They have a midnight show.
Yeah. So all those, there has to be some of the midnight show, not the cellar. And you
there's comedy all over the place.
Dog, the night that I fucking, you know, you always think your career is on an upswing. You know, like you're like, yeah, I'm getting places. Tommy's going to put me up third on the list this week instead of 22, you know. And then you get to one of these open mics one night and you see a hooker giving a guy a hand job under a table. And that's when you're like, you know, maybe I should have got that job at fucking that restaurant. I should have become a chef. This is, you know, that's the shit. But it's part of the journey. Seeing a guy getting a hand job from a hooker at a club on 48th Street and something in fucking 4th Avenue. There you are like an idiot too. And I did it. I saw it.
What were they doing? Just in the middle of the comedy club?
Yeah, she was turning right around. They were like in the corner. I'm on the stage and they're right here. She's getting a hand job. How many nights did people pay the $4 just to take a nap during my show?
What?
And I would tell the people, dog, that guy's sleeping. He paid the money. He's good till 4 a.m. He paid for the 2-drink minimum, and he let him sleep till fucking 4. At 4, they kick him in the leg and they throw him out. Maybe he did heroin. Hysterical. This is so you're going to be at the Stand, New York Comedy Club, and then somebody's going to take you to some dungeon where somebody got stabbed 22 years ago, and there's still blood on the walls. And there's people. I still remember going to a fucking pool hall in Harlem. It wasn't even a pool hall. They just broke the building in two, and they left the pool hall on the other side. I had to do comedy in one of the kid lanes. You don't.
Jesus Christ.
You do not understand these things until you get there and you're like, this is it. This is where fucking Louis C.K. used to do comedy. Yeah. When he started 35 years ago. God damn it, I fell for the trap.
Oh, and I can't wait to see where I'm going to do it. But it's like, it's exciting. That's why I'm moving to New York. Like, I'll do it anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, in LA, you had good work ethic, you know. Like I said, I don't know what it is to do 4 sets on a train. But now you got Uber, you know, so that helps. Maybe one spot you could Uber, take 2 trains, and take an Uber home. You deserve it. You did 4 spots, but it's just, I'm so envious of you and what you have coming ahead of you. If you want it, it's right there. There's no excuses. You got 4 shows a night. There's Sunday shows. You could do a show at the park.
Right.
You know, that was my first. When I was a kid, I liked Pryor and I heard the albums and shit. But my first ever seeing comedy was daytime comedy at Washington Square Park.
Was it clean?
No, it was that guy that was on Miami Vice that we talked about a lot on
right.
And Dave Chappelle was like 13, 14. And I would go to Washington Square Park for all the wrong reasons. I'm not saying that me and my friends would go, let's go to Washington Square Park and watch comedy and drink tea. No, we would go to Sully's Ale House and get pills and Coke and all that other evil shit. And we would walk over, smoke a joint and take a walk over in those days. And that's the first experience I really had one-on-one with stand-up comedy. And I remember standing there for 20 minutes. When we get off, press that in. I forget what, Charlie Barnett.
Right, absolutely.
We showed it in the church years ago. That was my first experience with it, watching comedy outside.
Right, but I just don't know his comedy that well. Was he clean or was he like
Charlie
Barnett? Can't be that dirty in the park, can you?
It was 1970. Nobody gave a fuck, Lee.
Really?
Yeah, that's New York City. Nobody just watched the fucking thing.
Okay.
You're gonna ask me 10 times, was it clean? Was it? Who gives a fuck? It's New York City. It's the park.
I'm just wondering if I did a show in the park, would I have to be clean?
No, you do whatever the fuck you want. It's a park. There's no rules. It's your rules. Think about it. You're in a fucking park.
Yeah, but then there's kids at the park.
Who gives a fuck? They're not at Washington Square Park. They're somewhere else. You're doing comedy. What do you think? If you do a comedy show at the park, somebody's not going to say the word fuck? Have you lost your mind?
I was trying to say about doing like a clean show.
No, there's no clean shows in New York. Stop with the clean. There's no clean. Who wants to be clean? What do you want to clean something? Clean a bathroom. Clean. Yeah, fucking clean. 2 weeks ago, you're gonna go to the Apollo, stand there for 2 hours, get stabbed in Harlem to do a clean. Are you
I
fucking
live.
stop. Just worry about doing the shows inside for right now. All right, you're not an outdoor cat yet. He's moving here on a Friday to stand on line at the fucking Apollo in the morning to do 4 minutes to get booed. And then, I got to work clean. Are you crazy? Give him 5 years and you'll have your agent call. And they'll put you at the end and they'll throw a nice small tomato at you. How's that?
I don't want to. Well, why do they have to throw a tomato at me?
I don't fucking know. It's just an expression, all right? What's the matter with you?
They might like me.
No, they won't. All right, they won't. You have to assume they won't. You're the wrong color. I won't like you either. Even if I was sitting there, I knew you, I wouldn't like you. So dragging me down the Apollo, I'm gonna get stabbed in the neck, because you want to do a talent show. What the hell's the matter with you?
I don't know. It seems like a cool thing to do.
You want to do something cool? Fucking join a volunteer crew. Go to the gym and do kettlebells. That's even cooler. Don't worry about fucking doing an open mic for nothing. I was gonna get up at 5 in the morning. Are you fucking crazy?
It's a competition.
That's great. You want to compete? Join jiu-jitsu. You compete every other Saturday. There's a competition. The Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Syosset, the whole fucking Long Island. What are you bothering me for?
I don't know.
Just focus with what's on your plate. Like the guy told him, cheese. Stick with cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, cheese?
Oh yeah, you're deeper than what I expect. You don't train no more. But once you move here next Friday, I'm gonna have people training you and watching and dosing you at those clubs.
No one's dosing me.
I'm gonna have people dosing you.
Please don't dose me out in public. People will do that.
I could care less. I have friends that'll dose you professionally. They dose you professionally. There's no drama. You're just gonna call me in the morning and go, I don't know what happened last night. I slept downstairs. I didn't make it up the 4 steps. That's what you should do. Leave a blanket downstairs hidden. Just in case you don't want to make it upstairs. You take a little nappy noodle under the stairs. There's got to be somewhere that you could take a little cat nap upstairs and get energy back before you go up the stairs.
I should maybe get like a little chair. Maybe I'll just sleep in my car that night.
But you can't drive. You said you're selling the Volkswagen of death.
No, I can't. I'm selling that one. The other one, they want $12,000 to return.
So what are you selling?
I'm selling the old one.
Okay. So you can sleep in the... Then why'd you get this apartment? You can sleep in a new car for free.
Perfect. Yeah, that's...
Enjoy the men's gay crawlers. They got a gym in the back. You go back there and learn how to play the flute or whatever the fuck they teach. You can learn how to sing in the men's gay chorus. La 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 la.
Am I gonna live with them? What are you talking about?
I don't know if you live with them. I know they'll give you a little cot in the back if you need it. Take a little nap. They'll rub your back while you nap too. They'll make sure you get a nice wholesome nap. You get all your Z's in. You don't wake up with sleep apnea though. Whatever the fuck.
It sounds nice.
Yeah, if you're choking on the dick when you're sleeping, they'll pull it out of your mouth. And tissue paper, you're like, fuck them. No disrespect to the men's gay choir.
No.
Anyway.
Oh my God. Did you see something? Danny Braff opened for Bobby Kelly this weekend.
Yes.
And the smoke alarm went off during one of Bobby's sets. And Danny said it was going off like pretty much his entire set. Did you ever have anything like that happen to you?
Portland, but the fire department came. They made us get off the stage, and then the fire department came. Then we just went up there and resumed the show like nothing happened. But for like 4 minutes, the lights turned black, and all people saw was a purple light. I thought it was Jimi Hendrix was making a comeback. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And it was making a weird noise, like a guitar noise. Like, I'm like, what? We were smoking dope with 3 hands in that fucking green room. And the place lit up, Jack.
Oh my God.
Were they smoking cigars? I know Danny Kelly.
I have no idea. I didn't ask that. But it seemed like it went off the whole time. But they just did the whole show. It was crazy.
Yeah, you keep going. You keep going. Unless people get up, I can't hear. You know, it's like when the fire department goes by and they close their ears. When you're standing on the corner in New York, you'll see a bunch of those people.
Every
Police-
time I see them, I think about you because you've said that before. I love it.
And they, oh my God, the siren makes so much. What are you talking about? You grew up in fucking Brooklyn, and now a siren hurts your fucking ears. Give me a breather. Give me a fucking breather, my friend. Well, I'm happy. It was a good weekend for everybody. You involved. You did Knicks. I'm very proud of you.
Thanks, buddy.
Football went the right way for everybody. Like I said, I didn't even put a bet in yesterday.
Me either.
Not a win, not lose, nothing. I didn't even gamble the whole weekend, I don't think. I remember when the Colorado-Nebraska game was on, and I went when I got home Saturday night, and I turned it on. I'm like, ooh, thank God I didn't bet, because I would have took Colorado, and they got fucking beat the fuck up. Deion Sanders will be out of there quickly. That's it. You start losing like that in Boulder, they find some way to fucking shoot you in the head. Because even the other guy won a championship, and he created a men's Christian group, and they weren't the best, but, you know, his men are growing up to be Christians. We'll allow that shit. They're not going to be fucking national champ, but I'm just teasing.
You think they get rid of Deion? I don't think that. I think he's too valuable as like a celebrity.
Yeah, I think Deion will move on.
Really?
Yeah. You know, and this is not saying he's a bad or a good coach. It's a different world right now, guys. It's a different world to coach in. It's a different world to play football in. It's not the world I grew up in to play football. You know, the late hits and, you know, unnecessary roughness. These are tackles 10 years ago. These are just regular sacks 10 years ago. And now they're calling things, and I get it. Safety and, you know, you don't want everybody fucking shooting their brother in the back. You know, I don't know. Who the fuck knows? I just watched the game. I don't know. I don't look at things like that anymore. I look at things. Football for me on Sunday now is I put a $25 bet in. If I'm lucky, I put a parlay in, unless they're giving a deal, but they don't, you know, I don't want to just bet parlays all day. And then if I win that game, that gives me the privilege to bet the 7 o'clock game at home. And I usually take a total on that. I don't kill myself. You know what I'm saying?
No, just little ones.
What's that, brother?
Just little ones to make it more interesting.
I'd rather do that. And you know what? If I pick the games, like I'm greedy too. Don't think I just pick somebody. They got to give me more than, I got to double my money. So if I put 25, I want to pick up 54.
Okay.
Or 52. And I hold that. I don't give a fuck how much I like it. If you're only paying me the small 21 to sweat out 4 quarters, that ain't worth it to me. You know what I'm saying? You got to give me the oomph. I got to be part of something. I got to get a profit boost, something. Speaking of which, let's take a breather. I'll talk to these animals about DraftKings. Yo, you missed out the first week of football, and you missed out Monday Night Football. But listen, next week, DraftKings will be there. It's time to get work on your touchdown dance, because with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, every touchdown seriously counts. Place your first NFL bet. It's a great place to start with something simple, like the player that will make the touchdown. Putting a little money on that line always makes the games a lot more fun. You know what I'm saying? Makes that onion dip taste bueno. Anyway, score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdown. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and press code Joey. That's code Joey for new customers only to get 250 bonus bets when they just bet $5. And get 1 month free of NFL Plus Premium. Only at DraftKings, where the crown is yours. All right? Now, back to the podcast.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in New Hampshire, Oregon, and Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at NFL.com/terms.
What's up, bitches? We're back. Don't forget, DraftKings is the way to go. Everybody's looking for a new fucking home. Lee is looking for a new home after next week, after the first week of walking up and down stairs. Oh, boy. I don't know if I can do this. My back hurts.
You know what the worst thing is if I ever fall or if I ever get hurt, the first thought is going to be, fucking Joey's never going to let me live this down.
No, the first thought's going to be, we're suing. I'm in for the small 15.
How can I sue for walking?
Huh?
How can I sue?
If you're walking up the stairs, well,
Yeah.
you're not just gonna fall.
I guess if they have something like,
if you're gonna fall, you're gonna fall. We're gonna break a shoulder. We're gonna get your foot caught in the stairway, so it breaks 3 different ways. You gotta walk with a limp the rest of your life. So we could collect the big check here. I would
that's
never.
really not the goal.
I would never be disappointed at you for falling and slipping. As long as you stayed, don't say a word. Wait till you get to the hospital. Then hit them with, my name is Abraham. Till I pass out, and then fake it again. That's 100,000. And then you know the deal.
I don't know. That's crazy.
You got the whole system down. So don't just fall and go, I'm okay. Fall. Go down. How many flights there? 4. Go down 5 of them. Who gives a fuck? Go down an extra one. Backwards, tuck your head in. Like they teach you in grammar school, tuck and fall during the fire. Just do one of those too. That gets you big money. Poor Lee, he has no idea what he's getting himself into.
I've lived on a 4th floor before. I went to my old apartment in Boston. I didn't remember that.
Yeah, but you were 100 pounds lighter and a lot better.
I was not 100 pounds lighter than this.
Yeah, you were.
I've never been 100 pounds lighter than this as an adult.
Yes, you have. Not gonna.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you don't start with me. All right.
I know. I'll tell you exactly what I weigh.
I called the people today in New York to see if they could build the dumb waiter. I said, listen, I don't know what he pays. Look at this picture. And they called back. They said, we can't do it. Not to mention, they went on the computer. You still got a warrant out in California for breaking the zip line up there. So it's all the same zip line.
I settled that, and you're not supposed to talk about that. I never.
Anyway, don't worry about nothing. We don't want to get.
I'm not worried about it, but you keep saying I broke the zip line.
We brought up zip line. He got to join fucking online therapy.
It's fucked up to break a zip line.
It's what?
It's fucked up to break a zip line. Like,
listen, you did it. I don't know how you did it. It's not my business. I wasn't there. I heard everything third hand, So anyway, the future's this September. Fucking wow. Like in a week, I'll come out my backyard. There'll be leaves everywhere. It's crazy how fast this has gone when you grasp a hold of it. Like you were talking about New York in June. Here we are. And you were like, I don't know. Maybe October, November. Well, here we are, September, motherfuckers.
Yeah, it all happened so fast.
I've been looking at my daughter for like a week. Like she got older in one night. The night before 6th grade.
Oh, I'm sure she's taller than me now.
Oh, yeah, she's got you now. She's like 125 pounds. She's a big fucking kid, man. She's got big shoulders and big hips and, whatever, man. It's just great watching her grow up and the way she treats us and stuff. It's fucking dynamic, It's going to cost a lot to get me out of my cave. But now, it's good. I'm going to do comedy this week. I just don't know where. I'll tell you,
excited?
The best thing about, and I told you the truth, that I woke up Sunday morning and none of those mushroom jokes will work. There was maybe 2 of them that were okay, But for me, it's always been, this is why I love that. Write the joke, try the joke. Write the joke, try the joke. We just become a joke factory at the end of it. I fucking hate it when people didn't write. I hate it when people are like, I write all the time. And then you're doing the same old jokes from 2 years ago. That fucking burns my craw to no end, I like that process. That's the process. people want to follow a comic who's always got something new to say. And I got tricked. I got tricked by Rodney Dangerfield as a kid. I didn't know he had a notebook with 5 years of jokes in there. So every time you saw Rodney, he dropped bombs on you. And you're like, wow, this guy, I just saw him 2 nights ago, and he had something different.
That's wild. And they were all great.
Every one of those jokes. He quit comedy, but he kept writing material. And he kept writing to a level that it was just brilliant. It was fucking really brilliant to watch what he was fucking writing. And how the speed of it, and that's what it was. People were thinking, this guy's great. He writes every day. No, he had a notebook with 5 years of material. I got a notebook. It's got like 62 days of jokes because I rip them all up. I get so angry. I just rip them up and throw them the fuck out.
But yeah, why did you start back up? Why? Because you said you stopped for a little bit.
I just don't like what I'm writing. I get so fucking high some nights. Like, after I've written, like, the jokes got to be in there and they got to be tried. Okay, before I throw a notebook out. These are jokes that I tried and I wrote last January till May, and I tried them in Austin and a couple different places. I just wanted to start again. They had no hook to them. I had no anchor in those jokes.
Do you mean like didn't know if it was working?
No, they were working. They were working because they were funny jokes, and I hate to say this, but at this point, if you're a half a fan and I say something, you're gonna laugh. So it's kind of weird for me to note the joke. I didn't really like the jokes. They were funny jokes. I talked about it before. It doesn't matter why I didn't let. There was no anchor to them. I didn't want to go back in that direction of being cheap. I got to go back in there, and now I got a couple hooks that I could work with. At least they could be 25-minute bits, and I don't have to fucking work that hard.
25-minute bits, that's crazy.
Something I didn't do before, Lee. I don't want to do the same shit I did before. Nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants to be a little better, or if I'm wrong, then I suck. But I'd rather be wrong and try something different than be the same old person and try to take your fucking money with the same old fucking stupid jokes and stories. There's a ton of comics I'll recommend to you that, I don't want to do that. That's just the way, I don't know.
Well, what would you do differently? Like, would your show be different?
No, a show is a show. A show is lights, camera, a fucking microphone, and your heart and balls out there in the front row. I'm not going to go out there to ask you where you work, what you do for a living, or to talk about the election, because none of that shit means a goddamn thing to me. So I got to figure out, like, I'm working on something like when you get over 60, you choose your death. You get to choose your death because you do mushrooms one night and you think about the different angles of dying. And now you're like, okay, now I know which way I want to go. I'm working towards that street over there. So I'm putting together something like that. So this is shit that works for me.
Right.
Dog, I got bit in the fucking back of the ankle.
By what?
Listen, about a week ago. You're involved, you're outside, you're talking to people, and all of a sudden something bites you and you go, oof, and you ask for the off or whatever the fuck they got. Like, I got a can of off in the car. So I'll get up and I'll go get it. But when I came back, it kept hurting and it was itchy and I kept scratching it. And they would bite me in other places too. Like, they always bite my hair. New Jersey mosquitoes are the worst. They bite you in the sneaker. I don't know how they get into the fucking sneaker. And they'll bite you behind the ankle, like in that area, so you can't get to it. You're like cursing all fucking night because it's itchy. Anyway, one got me right above the sneaker line. And brother, it was hurting for 4 or 5 days. And I go, Terry, I know I asked you before. Take a look at this. And she was like, holy fuck, something bit you, like a hornet, something. She had to take the thing out last night.
Oh, no.
the little fucking thing, and there was blood and pus. She felt bad. She's like, "Oh my God, I had no idea." I told you, I know what a mosquito bite feels like. After 2 days, you move the fuck on. It shouldn't be infected and bleeding and like pussy. That's not a mosquito bite. That's a fucking, could be a bat.
And did you pass out?
Huh?
Did you pass out?
No. Why would I fucking pass out?
I don't know, with the blood.
Nah, the blood was, dog, I'm getting used to shit. I get shot twice a week now. My wife shoots my knee easy 3 times a week now, right in front of me. In fact, I take the needle and prep it for her.
Oh shit, good for you.
Yeah, the PBC 157, I shoot that right in my fucking knee. And I look the other way. The first 3 or 4 times it bothered me when she shot me, but now she's so good at it. It's a diabetic needle. You don't even feel the needle going in.
No. It's terrifying. Do you get dizzy at all or no?
Nothing. Those days, like, listen, this little needle shit, this don't bother. Even like to take blood out of me, it don't bother me anymore. I grew out of it, and I just accepted it. I knew that being married to this savage, I could never get out of it. Like, I used to tell her, yeah, I'm going for a blood test, and I ended up going to McDonald's. I would never go for a blood test. For years, I would go to the doctor, and what do you say? Same shit.
And then what would happen?
And she'd forget about it. And then one day,
okay.
Then one day she called, and she's like, "You ain't taking those tests. I'm going to start driving you."
Fuck.
And
You had to go.
Yeah, and I had to go and sit there, and she had to watch me faint about 20 times, at the dentist one time. And now I just drive myself. I'm like, I overcame that shit, you know. But if it's like an intravenous or something, I got to schedule a colostomy. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. And I got to schedule that shit. And I don't even like those things because that's when they put that IV in your hand. That's always been a struggle with me. If you put it in my arm, remember you drove me to my colonoscopy.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, 4:45 in the morning. I went and had a fart with other old people. It was tremendous. This is all the shit you get. This is what the jokes I got to talk about. You got to go to the doctor. See, I made a plan. I made a plan like the Japanese people in Okinawa. You have 2 choices when you hit 60. Either you can go to the doctor, or you go to the gym.
Well, interesting.
How they look at it. That's why Okinawa people live the longest.
Because they work out.
Because they work out, they eat fish. It's a different life. It's a different life. They eat 90% is fish. There's no fucking that much meat, and you got to get sponsored to move on to the island. Like you have to know somebody who will actually vouch for you to become a resident of the fucking island.
So you're only bringing cool people on.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring nobody on. Fuck them. The rest of them could die. My wife and my kid, maybe you if you're lucky. You know what I'm saying? If you do, you play your cards right.
I feel like you try to throw people off.
What?
I feel like you try to throw some people off the island.
No, I would be there. You're thinking about my friends or something. No, fuck them. I can't change their mind and make them move. First of all, I can't move to Japan. I got no fucking passport.
I know you can't move to Japan.
It's fucking worthless. It's the same thing. Okinawa is like a continent, whatever the fuck, next to Japan.
I know. I thought we were joking around.
No, we're not joking around here. I'm dropping knowledge on these people so they know that Okinawa is a place to be if you want to be healthy. See, after looking at this election that's coming up, excuse me, I had a chicken enchilada, plus I'm getting the gas in those edibles, it gives you that first burp. It tastes like bicycle oil.
Oh.
But the ABXs, you know what I'm talking about, that first little burp.
Bicycle oil?
Whatever they taste like. I don't know. I'm just assuming. Yeah, relax. All right. Sit back. Have a ginger ale, fucking Sydney. So, what was he saying? What were we talking about here?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
You know?
I always know everything, but you're not helping me the fuck out of here, Lee. I'm to the part of my life where why would you invite your friends to help you fucking destroy something? Because that's all. I invite my friends to go to that island to be healthy. They're just going to drop that, they're going to light fires. They're going to smoke cigars. I don't need that aggravation. I'm not bringing that with me. I make an offer to 2 or 3 people. You're one of them. You want to change your life? You're sick of walking up and down these fucking stairs? You move to Okinawa with me and my wife and my daughter, all right? We learn Japanese. We get sandals. We eat fish. You become a fisherman. You don't have to worry. And then on a Friday and Saturday, you can do comedy somewhere, all right? You can become a fisherman.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Think of all the possibilities, my friend. No more walking up and down stairs.
I haven't even started walking up and down the stairs yet.
Yeah. Wait. No more selling Volkswagens to white people, 12,000. What the fuck is going on there? I didn't even know you had 2 cars. But every day, I'm like the last one to find out about anything anymore.
What do you mean? I didn't hide from everybody.
And then I find out it's got 4 floors. I still can't get over that. I would have taken you over there and said, no way, because I know you. But anyway, why beat the podcast up with 4 floors and fucking, who gives a fuck? These edibles are hitting me. The mushrooms are hitting me. I'm feeling good. And that's the way we're going to start off a fucking Tuesday and a new week, cocksucker.
I love
So
you, buddy.
You got nothing going on this week, Lee? Look at you. You look like Johnny.
Comedy? No.
I think I'm going to go to the season opener Thursday out of the Jets.
That should be fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for,
Because you met Aaron at the Kill Tony, right?
I met him a couple times. That doesn't matter. He told me to call him for tickets, so I'm going to hit him up for tickets, but I don't want to hit him right now. He's in San Francisco jumping up and down. Probably people looking to shoot him like the other receiver. So I don't even want to talk about that. But once he gets back, maybe this week, I'll give him a holler. I don't want to ask him for a bunch of tickets.
No.
Like, I wanted to go with me and my neighbor's kid. I thought his mom had tickets, but now she's like, I want to go. And I'm like, what the fuck? Maybe my daughter and wife want to go.
Right.
It's a Tuesday night. It's an 8:30 at night game. They want to go out there and sit out there and bumper to bumper with people and eat cheeseburgers. I don't want to do none of that shit. I just want to go to the game and leave at halftime. You know me. I leave at half too late to be out fucking watching football games. I could be on my couch right now, petting my cat like an evil dictator. I'm over here freezing, making believe I'm enjoying myself. Oh, yeah. But it's going to be pretty at least. It's one of those games that it's going to be, this is the week. One thing about New York, this is the month you want to be there. And remember, you land for the San Gennaro feast. You go down to the feast and eat Chinese food and all that shit next week.
Isn't it an Italian festival?
Yeah, the feast of San Gennaro.
So why am I getting Chinese food?
Because they're Chinese people cooking Italian food, It never changes. Some of them are Mexican, they're over there making veal scallopini.
There's so much good food there.
Yeah, no. So you're coming on a good week, and it's just if I was ever gonna, this is the time of the year to move here. This is the time of the year you want to be here, and there's a lot of shit. The Yankees get hot now. There's football. There's plays starting. You could walk. You could walk everywhere. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm happy you're coming, my friend.
Thanks, but I really can't be. I'm more so excited.
And I'm envious. I'm envious for you because this is an opportunity that people dream of. I'm letting you know how like you could do fucking 20 spots a week, Lee. Everything we discussed. And then right on the week, whatever, tighten your shit up. What goes, what comes. This is like going to football camp when you're 12 for a week. You're eating pizza till 1 with your friends. If you get those good friends, they'll tell you, oh, Lee, you got to get rid of that joke. Yeah, that's what you talk about. I know you got to get up at 8 in the morning to go to this job, but hey, I was getting up at fucking 5:36 to wash my one white shirt and wait for it to dry. And then I would get on the bus and go to the city to sell fucking cars. So this is what you want to do, my friend. This goes for anybody. This is the way to do it now. It's time to roll up your sleeves. I'm done rolling up my sleeves. This is rolling up your sleeve time and going, fuck everybody. And on top of that, I got to walk 4 stories. So you got your hands cut out for you there, 4-story Lee.
Oh, if I don't get so much better, and like every 6 months, I should be so much better.
Yeah.
I just every time I'm in New York, I see a difference between New York comics in New York and comics outside of New York.
Now, yeah, go to the jazz club one night, go to the cellar, but I don't want you to sit at the cellar like, don't go to the cellar yet because you don't know which way to attack it. If you're paying, you feel jerky, and if you get for free and you have to sit with Ari, you feel jerky. So but now you could go see entertainment.
Right. Oh yeah, there's so much to go see.
So much to go see. This is the town to get fucking entertained. But anyway, stay black. Have a great week, all you motherfuckers. I love you. And that's it. It's Tuesday, the 10th of September. The check-in is brought to you by BlueChew. Listen, when you're trying to have sex, you don't want to worry about whether or not your little penguin dick is going to work or not. Make sure you're always a savage in the bedroom with Blue Cheese. No, that's a different type of party. BlueChew. BlueChew is an online service that sends ED meds right to your door so you don't have to leave the house. Let's say you live 4 floors up. You don't want to leave the house. BlueChew delivers them right there. The tablets have the same exact active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but they cost the same or less. Listen, I love BlueChew. Why? Because it works. You keep them in your pocket and you're ready to rock. Nobody knows nothing. I always like a big prescription bottle with skeleton bones. No. BlueChew wants you fucking. That's what I love about BlueChew. At any age, whether you're 8 or 80, BlueChew wants you slinging dick like Superfly in 69. Anyway, sign up at BlueChew.com. They'll have you meet with one of the licensed medical providers. From there, if you're approved, you'll get your prescription in just a few days, and nobody knows nothing. Not even the mailman in that box. You know what I'm saying? Even grandma won't know what's in that box. So listen, BlueChew wants you to have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. They got a special deal for the check-in family. You ready? We're going to give you BlueChew for free. With code Joey at checkout, all you got to do is pay $5 shipping. That's it. That's BlueChew.com. Promo code Joey to receive your first month gratis on the house. BlueChew wants you shooting loads and doing your fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank BlueChew for supporting the podcast and for being great Christians.